When Paul Nelson first came to Erie, Pennsylvania's sole amusement park, Waldameer, he was only 11 years old and helped out by being a dishwasher. Little did he know that someday he would be the man in charge of the whole place. Paul Nelson was always a good family friend of Alex Miller, the owner of Waldameer, and had always admired the amusement park. As such, he decided to help out with the park by washing the dishes while Miller expanded the park with new rides and attractions that would last parkgoers a lifetime. But by 1965, as Paul Nelson climbed the ranks and continued to help out the park by working the many jobs that were required for the park's operations, his good friend Alex Miller had passed away. Paul Nelson knew that as general manager, he would have to step up and lead the park to carry on Miller's work to help the park continue and expand. Paul Nelson became the new owner of Waldameer in 1978, kick-starting the work that he would become most known for. He knew that his new position was a big one to fill, but nevertheless, he began to oversee the park's operations and planned out new expansions. These expansions to the park ranged from the 100-foot-tall Ferris wheel to the Thunder River log flume, both of which were added in the 90s. The biggest of these expansions was Waterworld, a giant water park that added new water attractions for the guests. However, this was a large risk since the park had gone into debt because of this expansion, and some of the park's assets were auctioned off to fund this ambitious expansion to the park. Thankfully, in the end, the risk paid off as the park reported record seasons by the end of the decade. This wasn't the end of Paul Nelson's plans to expand the park. As the park celebrated its 100th year anniversary, he had ensured the continuity of ownership with his son-in-law, Steve Gorman, as park president. In 2008, he had another successful expansion by creating the Ravine Flyer 2, a successor to one of the most iconic coasters the park had and the fastest and tallest wooden roller coaster in Pennsylvania. This ride was a massive success, as it had won the Golden Ticket Award for Best New Ride. But after continuing to expand the park for another 15 years, Paul Nelson had passed away in May of 2023. The year after his passing, the park had won the Golden Ticket Legend Award for the services he provided to Waldameer. Mr. Nelson had been the owner of Waldameer for more than 7 decades, transforming Waldameer into the regional tourist destination that it has become today. While he may be gone, his dream and impact that he had had on Waldameer continued to bring joy to guests and employees, one smile at a time.